Hello, everyone. My name is Maximus, and I will be your dungeon master for the evening. I'd like to welcome you all to the 60th episode of Caches and Cantrips, where some of your favorite streamers play Dungeons and Dragons live on Friday nights. I'm joined by our amazing cast of Bunny Dreadful, Mac and Cheese Please, Virtual Spectre, Boobs Like Jagger from the GG and crew, and our special guest tonight, Anxiety. Yay!
Yay!
Anxiety is a talk show host, writer, mental health advocate, content creator, and total badass rolled all into one. You can find her over at twitch.tv/Anxiety or her website, anxiety.com. That is MXIETY. Or find all the links that are going to be in the chat. Yay.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited.
There you go.
Happy you're here.
Yeah. Very happy to have you. So a couple things exciting for us too. First off, our podcast, we did reach 1,600. I put viewers in my notes, but I'm pretty sure they're listeners because you can't view our podcast. But yeah, 1,600 listeners. Yeah.
Your viewers?
Your viewers. Oh no.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
TikTok video and don't go there. I've done it. Don't do it.
Also too, our very own Bunny Dreadful has been working on some brand new merch designs that y'all haven't even seen yet. She's almost done with them, so I'll have to give y'all the sneak peek.
Wait, not these ones that we're wearing right now?
Oh wow,
new ones.
There's three of us wearing the same
you guys
shirt.
are matchies. I don't have mine on today.
We totally
I was
planned
gonna
it.
wear mine, but then I didn't.
We DM'd each other before the stream.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, but anyway, if you do want to get some fantastic merch like these wonderful shirts or mugs, cachesandcantrips.com/merch. You can pick up anything there, and you can go there for all of your Caches and Cantrips needs. It's got recaps for the episodes that I painstakingly write every week. It's not that bad, I promise. You can go catch up on the previous episodes. You can get links to our podcast, to all the VODs. And also you have access, or you can get to our Patreon, which will also be in the linky section or in the chat. And from there, you can get early access to the videos or to the podcast. And there's even a tier that will let you create an NPC in this world, which is super exciting, which y'all have met one. There's another one floating around in the world that I will let you know when you find them. But as always, if this is your first time here, or if you have forgotten, all of the alerts are muted. There's no fancy bells and whistles in your ears because this is serious D&D content, obviously, and we have to stay in fully immersive mode. But we do see them in the chat, and we see them in our hearts. So thank you all very much. I'm very excited to roll dice with you all.
Same. It's good to be back.
Yeah.
I heard you're making people think I was dead. Gone forever.
What was it? Was it last week when I was like, Moobs is gone? We clarified that you were gone on vacation. So it's fine. Everyone knows you're fine.
Yes, I'm alive. I'm well. Everything's okay.
Oh man. So okay. I'm ready to roll some dice here in a moment. So we'll go ahead and get ready. We'll get stretched out, put my DM hat on here, and get ready for tonight's episode of Casters and Cantrips. Our story last left off with Sweet Justice participating in the second half of the Emberholm Martial Arts Tournament. Before the tournament continued, Bryn had reached out to their friend, the Arcanist, named Ixius Zoleri, using the spell Sending. Ixius revealed that they had been taken by the Salon operatives and they did not know their current whereabouts. All they saw was black. They also mentioned that they were taken on a ship that sailed in the sky. Once they pierced through the veil, all they saw was the darkness. Based on this information provided to the group, they believed that Ixius might be held in some sort of extra-dimensional space. The party made their way back to the guild's level in Emberholm for the hand-to-hand event in the tournament. Much to everyone's surprise at the event, the Shoya Lake Academy was able to defeat the Silent Hand in this event, putting them within reach of winning the tournament. And after this event, Vin attempted to infiltrate the Silent Hand as an overzealous fan to gather more information. She quickly learned that the Silent Hand had zero patience for anyone outside of their order and was very quickly dismissed. The next and final event was the weapons event, where the party was able to see that the Silent Hand students had some sort of unknown ability that they were using in the events that was able to steal the very key from their opponents. Ultimately, Valken moved on to the final round and was set to face Kasia from the Silent Hand. Vin was able to eavesdrop on the opponents earlier before the match started and found out that their plan was to kill Valken in order to steal his cursed sword. Kasia was a seasoned combatant, however, Valken was also a very well-trained fighter in his own right, and the bout was neck and neck through the full duration, but ultimately Kasia did defeat Valken by using some sort of corrupted necrotic energy to knock him unconscious. She then approached Valken as he was motionless on the floor. Bryn hurled her shield to cause the monk to drop her weapon, and Vin intervened using the Dominate Person spell, thus stopping Kasia before she'd even get anything, or before she could even do anything to Valken. However, another student named Rosiniel rushed the arena to finish off Valken, but however, the guards descended onto him quickly, keeping our very own Valken from certain death. Ultimately, Rosiniel was taken into custody, and the Silent Hand was disqualified from the martial arts tournament. This meant that Valken's very own school, the Shoya Lake Academy, was pronounced the winner of the tournament. After the tournament concluded, the party and all of the students made their way back into the Vantis Kingdom and ultimately onto Tustin for their next mission. Entering into their old guild hall, they met with Terran Van, where he had some information waiting for them. And that is where we will begin our story this evening. And I did forget one thing that I mentioned. I had posted in Discord if anyone would guess who Anxiety's character, what their race and class would be, I would buy you a set of dice. So if you haven't entered now, I'm sorry, it's a little too late for that. You had an extra week since we canceled last week, but I swear I did not plan this and I couldn't believe it happened, but Chinner, the very first guessed that Anxiety was an Elven Ranger, and he was correct.
Chinner? Oh my god.
Wow.
So I owe you a new set of dice. I'll get with you after the game or some other time and figure out which one you want and I'll buy you some.
Ooh, I think I know which ones you want,
that's
actually.
awesome.
Could not believe that.
I am so impressed. I'm so impressed.
The first guess.
Yeah.
What is it about me that just implies that that's what I'm kidding. That's awesome. That's awesome. Do I scream Lord of the Rings nerd? Is that what it was?
He could just sense it.
No.
Yeah. It's an aura coming off of me.
Yeah. There's
That's a
nothing
good
wrong
aura
with
to
that.
have.
I have
Yeah.
the same aura. We're a very Lord of the Rings household. But anyway, so the last episode you had entered into your guild hall, the Order of Iberus, and Terran Van had some information for you about the next contract, which if you had forgotten, was for 5,000 gold for your party to be
That's
some
the
sort
money.
of security for a high stakes card game. So as you enter into the guild hall, you see Terran Van waiting for you there with an envelope. Yes, hello, my favorite adventurers. Yes, of course. I am so glad that you're here. There is
They're
I didn't
your
think you'd
only
make it back in
adventurers.
time. I'm sorry.
We're your only adventurers. Everyone else left.
It's not true.
Just saying favorite like that, it's a little misleading.
Well, I mean,
It's not
Tobias is here helping,
No.
and well,
To be fair, it says that every time, before and after.
Okay,
and
okay.
you're all my favorite adventurers. But time is of the essence. This is for you. This envelope for only the contract holders. I am not allowed to read it, which is strange to me being the gilded. However, it's fine because this is going to be a very, very good contract for us. So I was told that you had to make your way to the docks post haste, because your ship's leaving tonight.
Oh, That is fast. Not even time to get chicken soup sandwiches. This is
Very fast.
yeah. Maybe we can get something like on the way to the docks.
Well, good luck to you all. I think you're going to do great. This is going to help rebuild the guild so much. I'm very excited for this.
Oh, also, I don't know if heard, Valkian won by technicality in a tournament. Very good job. His school is best school, officially.
And Taryn puts his hand on your shoulder, Valken, and he's just like, I'm so proud of you. I knew you could do it. It's kind of like an old grandpa.
Yeah. I didn't actually win, though.
She
you
just said
won.
that you won.
The other school was cheaters.
I still lost. I'm not very happy about it.
Well, as long as you learn something, that's all that matters.
Hmm.
All right, now go. Hurry before you're late. The ship is going to leave.
Good to see you.
Okay, bye. Hi, bye.
Sort of like ushers you out, like knowing that time is of the essence, and like this contract is huge, especially after what happened to the order in sort of its
We have
crumbling.
time to stop at a bakery between here and the docks. It's okay if it's like a really bad bakery.
Well, you all remember that there's no bakery in Tustin,
Oh,
right?
that's right. Well, things could have changed. We've been gone for a couple weeks. You never
Hey,
know.
you want to build a bakery? Go for it.
After the tattoo money, we'll build the bakery.
Yeah, that's rule number 2.
All right.
I guess we run
rush
to the boat.
docks.
You do have a letter, so
We'll
you
open
could
the
also
letter.
make haste and go to the docks. But
We'll read the letter.
yes, so the letter is very nondescript. It has a time, which is 30 minutes from now of what it is. And it says to look for a ship called the Summer Rain and to be there immediately.
All right. We go to Summer Rain.
Rain.
So you make your
He's
way over
ordering for
to
boat.
the docks here in Tustin. And from what you all know, Tustin's really just like mainly a fishing, I hate to say like town. It's a town not nearly big enough to be a city, but it's majorly import and export fish and such. So most of the docks here are usually like fishing vessels or trading vessels. And then you come up on this ship, which is seen as the Summer Rain, and it essentially looks like a pleasure yacht. Like the fanciest ship you have ever seen just in your life or even dreamed of.
Is this the right boat for us?
Hello.
You read the letter wrong.
No, this is Summer Rain.
Are you sure? Maybe it was rain summer we're supposed to find.
I just get on the boat.
And there's someone waiting
Hello?
for you, and he's just like, yes, of course, go. And you make your way up to the deck, and he directs you to the cabin, like where the normally where like the captain's quarters is.
I'm
but they
making
direct you
myself at
into there.
home. Like if there's food, I'm like stuffing it in my mouth, like taking drinks.
So as you walk in, you see 2 figures. One figure is very familiar to you all. It is the gentleman known as Gilris Faldor, whom you owe a favor, as he
You?
was the one in Aramor that provided troops for you all to defeat the big bad scary monster.
Oh no.
That was
Don't
my
remember
doing.
this.
I was the one that
Lord
had the
Poopy
favor.
Pants.
He's the
Wait,
merchant
I
that
didn't
was
think
running
he
the
was
town.
part of. I thought he was part of Ram Crown.
Oh, he is.
Oh, what's he doing here?
So you make your way into the cabin, and you feel free
I'll
to
ask
ask him.
him.
And he
Ask him,
says,
"Hey,
"Oh,
what are you doing here?
I'm sorry. What do you mean?
Aren't you working for? Is there anybody else around?
Just his crew.
You working for Ram Crown? What you doing in Ventus?
Question for you, Miss Bryn. What are we standing upon?
Like some flooring?
Ship?
Okay, yes.
What am I the master of?
Cockiness,
Ships.
I'm guessing. Oh, okay,
Yes.
that makes
Master
sense.
of ships. And seeing as how we destroyed Ventus's navy, there's nothing they can do about it. Anyway, on to business. You all owe me a favor. Yes.
Oh shit.
What's the favor? What do you want?
Well, it is time to deliver, and since you were so strict in our guidelines, this will have to do. You're going to the island off the coast known as Sapphire Paradise, the resort here. I'm sure you're all very familiar with it. He sort of looks at you all up and down as adventurous, like, maybe you are not familiar with it. However,
Nope.
there
Would any
is
of us be
a...
familiar?
I'm sorry?
Would any of us be familiar?
So think of like Sapphire Paradise, like as like Monaco or something like that.
Okay.
It's like a very like tiny. Actually I'll show you all on the map here.
Maybe I've heard of it, but
Yeah, it's super fancy. It's this island that for some reason looks like New Jersey on the map. So this is the
That's my
island.
fault.
The island is known as Sarcelle, but it's essentially completely a giant resort known as Sapphire Paradise, where you don't go there unless you are extremely powerful, have an ungodly amount of money, or both. It's for the elite of the elite. And you thought you were going to be security for a sort of high stakes card game. Well, so here's the thing. There is, well, I'm going to be bankrolling at least one of you to enter this card game known as Hand of Fate. Are you familiar? Has anyone played?
Do any of us play cards?
I mean, I've
Check your tool proficiencies, right?
I have. I think Falcon has in his thing, like playing cards. Right? Did I bring that, or was it dice?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you had something along those lines in your background. So I
Yeah.
don't care who does it or how good you are, but here's the thing. You all have to work together, assist whomever you decide to be this card player. And the reason for this is that you need to thwart a plot that is happening that we are just now finding out about it. Because, well, apparently someone found something that is worth a lot of money. And I had heard that the Vantis Kingdom is going to be entering someone to this card game to buy said item. Now let me be clear, this item's sale price is well in excess of 1 million gold pieces.
Wow.
Now when you hear the thing of 1 million gold pieces, that's the sort of thing that could, well, in the entire world, potentially.
Wait, end the world? That's not right.
Of course not, since, well, we live in it, of course. Now, I know that this person that they're bankrolling, I don't know who it is. Unfortunately, these sort of games, there's not revealed who's going to be playing until you're actually there for some sort of security reasons. But they're bankrolling this person to indeed win this game, to get the funds to buy said thing, of which I don't know what it is. So, here's the thing. I'm bankrolling one of you. I have a deed for several of my own ships. 6 to be exact, for your buy-in of 100,000 gold pieces. Now, I don't care if you win or if you lose. I don't want this other person to win all of the gold, because from what our information we've gathered is that they're going to use this device to level one of our cities entirely. I don't know your particular feelings on Vantis Kingdom or Ramcram Federation, but however, I feel that leveling cities doesn't really align with your goals as heroes.
No, that's a lot of
No.
innocence.
That whole thing, yeah. Not good for anyone. Not good at all. So, win the game, keep them from winning the game, make it look like they're cheating. I don't care what you do. Steal some of the buy-in money so it can continue. Whatever you do all of them. They cannot win. Perhaps you could find out who they are to stop them would be helpful. And if you could find any information on exactly what they are trying to purchase, that would be helpful too. That will pay extra, by the way.
Do you know what they look like?
I have no idea who's playing in this game, other than one of you.
So we play a game. One of us play a game. Try to figure out who is trying to win. Everyone will be trying to win. Then we stop them from winning by any means necessary. But we also have to do our other job of security for the tournament.
No, not security. That was just a ruse to get the contract out there. Little bait and swish on my part.
You are Oh!
What?
Yes.
Oh! This is making a lot more sense right now. I thought you just randomly knew we were going to be here and this was going to be very tricky. Okay, cool. I did not feel like doing security again.
I pat Bryn on the back.
Now, here's the
It
thing.
has been a long day.
Here's the thing. I have a friend, you could say, or an acquaintance on the inside that could potentially help you since they have been gainfully employed by Sapphire Paradise for some time and are just returning from a very well-deserved holiday. So, Lucas, if you could please introduce yourself, please, to the rest of the group.
Why? Hello. Hi. I have a sprig of grapes that I'm holding in my hand. I bite off one of the grapes and I put the rest on a table that's nearby, hopefully. Hi. Yeah, I am going to be your guide or accompanying you, or I don't know, but whatever you need, I'll be there.
You work for him?
I work not really for anybody, but yeah, for him for now, sure.
What does
I pay
Lucas
very well.
Yeah,
what does Lucas look like?
Oh, do I describe myself? Sorry.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah. So I am wearing like a tiara kind of thing that is made of silver. I have a cape billowing behind me, laced up leather boots, and now you notice something has been scampering really low between my legs, so it's kind of like unnoticeable, but you notice that it's a dog. It's a corgi, and he's really, really excited. Clearly, like you can see in his face, he's like smiling at you, but he is sitting down after winding between my feet, and it takes a seat, and then gets excited again, winds between my feet, takes a seat, and I introduce you to, this is Flinius. He's my companion.
Linus, hello, little guy. And Bryn stoops down to try to pet him. But I'm gonna assume he doesn't like her because I've got a -1 in animal handling. But she seems very interested in trying to get him to come to her.
He's usually a little apprehensive unless there's some kind of a cheese or food involved. So surely eventually you could make friends. But looking on that, I let him know that it's kind of, I give him a sign that it's okay, and he does respond to and finally let you pet him.
Bryn seems real happy petting the dog, and she lets him like lick her whole face. It's like real gross, like just whatever.
Yes, now that the pleasantries are out of the way, the reason that why I have hired Lucas, or Adolf Lucas, is that they particular set of skills and that they are very familiar with the area, the grounds. I do believe that they would work mostly in the areas outside of the resort, so getting things in and out could be potentially much easier with their help, especially if you chose to, well, make it seem like this person is cheating, because I have been able, with the help of Lucas, stash some ingredients somewhere inside of the resort, and that if you were to perhaps put these ingredients together, I don't know, however you make potions, and possibly create, oh, I don't know, a potion of mind control or mind reading. Potion of mind reading being very, very faux pas at a card table, so that's one option available to you.
Okay.
It's an option. It's not my favorite option. It's
Okay.
not something I would normally do, but you know, if we have to do it, I'm sure we can come up with something a little less sketchy with these ingredients as well. But yeah, we will have to we will have to find them, because the way I stash stuff and the way I know the area tends to be that things move, not because of me and not because of Flinius, but it could move around.
So you stash ingredients on creature, that's why they move?
No, they just move. I don't know how to
So
explain it.
confused.
Basically,
Like a
I can't
squirrel?
remember. I can't remember where I put stuff. I don't really. I'm trying to look professional here. It's not really
So
working out. I need you to bear with me. Flinius knows the smell of all this, so we will be able to
Oh,
find it.
Well, he
I'm
can
just
find.
saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah,
boy,
yeah, yeah,
Flynn.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
we knew you hide it in you.
hello, my name's
Hi.
Falcon. Just to clarify, you never worked for this resort. You just existed around it.
No. I've worked for this resort several times. I just don't usually need to work, but when I do get to work, this is one of the places I prefer to work.
You don't need to work.
Yeah, it's not something I come from an okay family. We have everything we need. I do tend to like forage and kind of hang out in the environment that I'm in. I usually don't need a lot, so
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'll let you kids get to it. I have places to be, people to see, so enjoy the ride, and I'll know if you succeed or not. Don't fail. It'll be very bad for me and for you and the whole world. So, goodbye. And he
Just
sort
like
of
my face is like stuffed with like food or whatever that's out.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, okay, man, whatever you say.
and he sort of pulls his robe together and then walks off of the ship and seemingly into the streets of Tustin, and sort of disappears into the docks, presumably to another ship.
So he wants one of us to play a card game, and the rest of us
Nope.
do anything. Really?
So
Well-
our job is to make other guy cheat and make aware, or just take out other guy.
Will
Hmm.
my skills be of service doing card stuff?
Are you good at cards?
No, but I'm deceitful and
You're good at
change
bluffing.
appearance and make my bosoms
Hmm.
bigger if need be.
Ooh, you could be like distraction. You can like stand
Mm-hmm.
behind Valkan and be like, "How is going, everybody in game?" Yeah,
What,
Mhm.
am I the one that's playing?
you're the only one who knows how to play cards, unless
Yeah, but
Lucas, you want to play cards.
Oh no. Cards is not something that I
Okay.
would ever play.
I mean, you
Alright,
definitely don't
wait,
want
wait.
Ron doing it.
Yeah, Ron has
How
very
do I know
bad
if you play
card face.
cards?
I don't know. You guys know that I gambled from time to time. Not necessarily cards, but
So I can tell you, give you some insight on like what it's going to take to do, like what the card game is essentially going to be.
Okay.
So essentially, what this game is called Hand of Fate. It's essentially like, think of it like a D&D version of like Texas Hold'em, right? There's gonna be people at this table. The way the mechanics are going to work is each person at the table is going to have a D12 rolled in secret. And then from there, there's going to be other community D12s put on the table, 2 of them to be exact. Whoever has like the highest total amount, like as far as like pure numbers, is going to win. But however, there are things that will sort of augment your score or give you information. And these things are going to include your insight, like knowing if one's bluffing or not, deception, intimidation. Those are sort of the 3 main skills that you can use to sort of augment sort of these things. Or if
Was
you
the one-
decide to go ahead.
Sorry, what was the first one used to tell if someone else is lying or bluffing?
Insight.
Insight.
Mhm.
Okay. Question. But not only we need to win, we need to figure out who the other person is that's trying to win so they can buy the mysterious object.
So you have several things that you could pursue. One of which is someone's going to play some cards, and they either need to win everything, or they need to keep this other person from winning.
Okay, so we
whoever
don't
this
have to
person
win as
is.
long as that person doesn't win.
And
Right.
only one of us can join the game.
Yes. It's 100,000 gold pieces to buy in. He's only bankrolling one person.
There you go.
So aside from that, there are other things that you all could do or that you probably might be interested in. One is finding out who this other person is, and sabotaging them in some way. What Gilris was saying is that the ingredients for a potion of mind reading are stashed on the island somewhere, and you would be able to create that with all of your collective skills. And the idea would be to essentially plant that somewhere or make it seem like this person was going to cheat, which would essentially get them kicked out of the game.
Or we could use it, then we'd know
Sure.
who was the person and what cards they have
Yeah, whatever you want.
and what
then-
cards everyone else has.
So well, you'll see when we get there. Gilris had mentioned how it's frowned upon to be using that sort of things in
So we don't
card
wanna get
games.
caught. Okay.
So the idea is that they would come to the table, at some point and get caught with it on their person or having used it. So
Yeah,
when there's that much gold on the line, they're not going to let people use mind reading potions, those kind of things. But that's one avenue. Also
detect
mentioned
magic on a potion effect.
you can detect magic on
Gotcha.
someone.
Okay. No, I didn't know if it could be read that way. So thank you.
Another thing that was mentioned is if some of the money that was put up for the stakes for the card game were to go missing, that would probably cause a huge uproar in the game. Whether or not it would be delayed or continued, you don't know, but that could be another
Didn't you
sort
want
of
to steal some
avenue.
money?
We
So-
could just make it not be there and then reappear when it's too late.
We could take it. Yeah, you're right. That is not a good thing to do. Good people don't do that. I was just thinking. It would be really nice to have that money.
You also
But,
think too is that 1 second, Malcolm, and I'll let you get to it, is that they didn't hand you money for the buy-in. He handed you a deed of like 6 merchant ships. So think of how much 100,000 gold pieces would be. These are the kind of people that probably aren't going to deal with coins.
Right.
So anyway,
It's
go ahead.
just like things of worth that you trade.
Uh-huh.
So is the table going to be isolated then? Only players? I wonder.
Yes. It won't be. Well, you'll see when you get there.
Okay.
Just a hypothetical. Would it be possible for you, Lucas? Am I saying that right?
Lucas is fine.
Lucas?
Soul is also fine if
Soul?
it's easier. Yeah.
Not the soul.
Ah,
Soul is fine. No, just my
Oh,
it's
okay,
fine.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
no. You're good.
would it be
Soul.
possible for you to acquire, I don't know, outfits, uniforms of the resort? If you have connections there, maybe
Interesting.
some people can be disguised as employees. Maybe you
Oh.
can infiltrate some rooms, perhaps.
It reminds me, are we dressed the way rich people who play cards are dressed to begin with?
I mean, we have those fancy
Probably
clothes.
not.
You'll have
Yeah,
like
yeah.
ballroom outfits
Are those appropriate for a card game?
of this level. Yes.
Okay. Nice.
So while-
I would be nervous to steal uniforms. What I would do is I could wear my uniform and I could help us out that way. But I probably would not want to put other people. That would be super. That's another way for us to easily get caught, I think.
What if the person wearing the uniform looks exactly like the person who should be wearing the uniform?
Have you seen yourselves? Y'all
I
don't look
can
like
do
anybody
that.
who would wear these uniforms.
No, she can.
And then
Vin, do it. Turn into soul.
I make
Ah!
myself look like Lucas. Just for fun.
My jaw absolutely drops to the floor. Flinian starts barking and running between your feet. Excuse me,
And I'm like,
dog.
come here, baby. Come
No,
here.
absolutely not. I can't believe this. All right, I get it. Can I have my dog back, please? Please.
I go, and I let the dog I drop the dog instead of I'm not drop it so it gets hurt. I put it back on the ground instead of
Just
having it
chuck
in
the
my
dog.
arms.
Takes a little tumble. It's okay. It's okay.
And I change back.
So as you all are discussing, the ship sort of departs from the docks here in Tustin, and it's going to take about a day or so. I mean, this is a really fast ship, honestly, so it's going to go all throughout the night. So by the time that you are up the next morning, you'll be there at the island. So,
Okay, can I just ask a clarifying question?
sure.
The resort is on the island. Like the ship is not, because the ship's super fancy. So the ship is not like part of the resort or part of anything, right? Okay.
The
thank
ship, you would know this, the ship is one of Gilris's personal ships.
you. Right. Okay.
And they're taking you to the island of, it's the Isle of Sarcelle, but essentially Sapphire Paradise is the island. They own every
Got
square
it.
inch of it.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
a
yeah.
giant
One of
resort.
those.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
Sandals. Got it.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you took Monaco and sandals and just put it together. I don't know.
More classy.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
All right. Anything else y'all want to discuss before you arrive at said island?
Probably have some type of plan. So,
Ron's really bad at lying.
Well, make sure he doesn't talk then.
I'm also not the best at lying, but I am very insightful, so I could help, scope things out. But I am sort of a very large woman, tend to stand out in crowd, don't mind saying it myself. Used to it.
I mean, I
I'm
have a
also
keen eye
very
for things as
insightful.
well. So.
I will say too, Dawkins, since some of your tools that you have are like a set of playing cards and you have a background from that gambling, that you could use some of that in substitute to any of the other checks as well, since you are well versed in playing cards, since you brought that
Does
up
that mean,
earlier.
since he's proficient, does that mean he could use his add his proficiency bonus or something?
Mhm.
That's huge. Okay.
So instead of having to make an intimidation check, he could just use his tools.
Whoa. We could also, okay, so here's the thing. We could have two plans, right? Plan A is Valkian wins card game and everyone is good, but plan B, no, we should have, okay, wait, 3 plans. A is Valkian wins. Plan B is we frame whoever person with potion. Plan C is we make the monies or objects that person is using to disappear.
Plan D, Vin
Oh,
puts everything on fire.
no, I do not like plan. We do not like this plan.
mind any of these
Don't worry,
plans.
I don't like
Lucas,
that
it's not
plan,
going to
actually.
happen. No, I don't.
The fire is gonna be a problem for me, definitely.
Okay, no fire.
Okay.
Well,
But-
I was second in that opinion. So, what
Hey,
about like a last case scenario? Yeah. We
Should
all get
figure out cover
discovered or
stories
something,
too.
Oh,
Um,
is it time for Braun to make an appearance?
I think so. It is time for
Brad.
Brad Pitt to
Brad
make
and
appearance
Braun
again, I
back
think.
together.
But no
Yes.
setting on fire, Brad and Braun.
Okay, no
Perhaps
fire.
this, right? Maybe
Oh.
I'm a wealthy merchant or something who bought into the game. They don't know who bought in, right? It's all a secret. Maybe Ron's my personal bodyguard.
Ooh, can I be bodyguard too?
Braun can do this, or Braun can do
Uh,
this.
everybody can be some type of employee of mine.
What
Vin
if I
can
can
be
be-
hot trophy girl.
I was just gonna say I
Oh.
can be your girlfriend
Yeah.
and sit at the table with you, and I don't know.
Is that
Wait,
allowed?
wait, wait,
wait.
We
Ron
don't know
knows
what the rules are yet, but
when,
Lucas
how long,
can be
how long
a
you guys
dog
dating?
trainer
Why
for
did you not tell
your-
Ron?
I mean,
What?
if we want to have, oops, sorry.
Oh yes.
oh yeah, we're
No,
actually married. You didn't know?
What? Why you keep secret from Ron? Ron only went to eat concession food during tournament, and now,
You were
now
there.
you two are
I
married?
put my arm
Ron,
around
a lot-
Valken, like
what happened
really
during
trying to
that
sell it.
tournament?
And I put my arm around her. Ron, you were at our wedding.
Wow.
Ron, don't you remember?
What? What?
You were the best man.
Ron needs to think.
Well, in the meantime.
Oh, you guys are lying to Ron. There was no wedding.
So, as you all form not a plan,
It's
You all
not
are
a plan.
sailing over to the Sapphire Paradise, but you have time to come up with things as you are all arriving at this island. So whether you choose to take one avenue or many avenues, it is up to you all, but you all know the cost of failure. So, and with it being now the 17th of Duodecim, you all know it is very much winter across Varzand on this entire continent. One thing sort of strikes you as odd as you come closer to this island, and you just happen to feel a warm summer breeze come over all of you. And as you sort of make your way over the horizon, this looks like a summer beach island resort. Palm trees, sandy beaches, warm weather.
So it's like a tropical island in the middle of wintertime Atlantic Ocean type of?
Yeah, which is very strange.
Yeah.
Oh man, Ron was looking forward to cold.
Why?
Listen, Vulcan. If you need to ask Ron permission if you want to date or marry Vin, okay? Vin is like daughter to Ron. So
They're
you
not
can
really.
have Ron's blessing, but you have to ask.
It's not. No, Ron, we just went over this. It is not real.
Oh. Okay, but that is what Ron said still stands.
Got it. If anyone wants to marry Vin, ask permission because Ron is an old man full of old bigoted beliefs. Got it, Ron.
What
She can marry whoever she wants. If she wants to marry Valkan, she marry Valkan. If she wants to marry a dog, she marry a dog. It is her choice.
I don't think you're that old, Ron.
All right,
For the
nobody's
record.
marrying the dog. I think we're all set. Flinius,
Yep,
this is
so-
gonna be a ride. Oof.
So as you arrive, it's like people are rolling out the red carpet for you, quite literally. You arrive in the dock in your fancy
Oh.
ship.
Can we say
and-
we all changed into our fancy stuff before we got out?
You can have whatever attire on that you think would best suit whatever role
That's
you
what-
wanted to play here.
We should do
Well,
that.
we only
right?
have the one fancy outfit, so we might not want to like.
Arrive in
like-
it.
like, that's not our traveling
We got our
clothes.
street fancy, and then we have barroom fancy.
You do?
Street fancy. You're right. We got street fancies
We'll go
on.
out in street fancy, but at the tables we'll go barroom fancy.
I'll be wearing my
call Ron.
uniform so
Mhm.
that it looks like I am just greeting you normally and kind of keeping it casual because I'm going to be showing you around and everything. So it doesn't raise any suspicion that like I'm in my ranger outfit.
Yep. As you arrive, someone they're sort of helping moor the ship, and says like, "Yes, welcome to Sapphire Paradise." And it's a very short, excitable young gnome man. He's like, "Welcome to the island. Look, oh, glad to have you back. It's very busy this weekend. Very busy.
No problem. Never is.
Yes,
name
and
is
who
Ruby
may I
Rock.
announce as you make your way into the resort?"
These are the distinguished family of somebody
Brad
tell me-
Pitt?
the Pittians. So this is the Pittian family. Yes, and I was they are so wealthy that I was asked to accompany them so that they don't really have to do, anything. We don't want them really lifting a finger even around here.
As I'm like walking off the ship, I'm like, hold my bag, and I just like plop it on the floor to Luca.
Yes, the Pitians only speak to pre-approved servants. The soul here has been pre-approved. You, sir, are not on the list.
I do apologize.
No. It's fine.
Brent, look at all.
It's fine. I must say, so far, this island lives up to expectation. Well done, sir.
Oh, we're so happy. We're so happy to hear that. That's excellent. Yeah.
Yes, I'm very happy that it is to your liking, sir. I will have these bags taken in immediately, and I will make sure that the Pittian families,
Pittian? Mhm.
the Pittian family's belongings are put into their suite post haste.
Absolutely, yes. And make sure that the good chocolates are on their pillows, like the dark chocolate. Okay. Thanks.
And elbows Ron like, ooh.
And you see a sort of they snap, and then you see sort of a disc come forward, and they place all of the bags onto this disc, and it follows them as and floats behind them as they move along to take your bags.
All right, so we're just we're gonna get going. Do you all want to go right to your room? What's that? No, we were gonna explore the island. There's definitely some really cool palm trees that could have things around them that we want to look at. So the Pidians, coconuts. Yeah, the Pidians come from a winter land. They haven't seen palm trees or coconuts, and I promised them that would be a stop on our tour, so that's where we're going first.
Y'all are by yourself now. Once this sort of porter left with the bags, you're by yourself on the dock at this moment.
Yeah, cool. I'm so glad that I told him that, but also, I mean, I'm telling you, the trees can hear things here as well, so it's just better.
Hold on, let me confirm. Ron will speak leaf to trees. Can you actually hear us?
And you see the leaves sort of blow into the wind as sort of a signal of affirmation.
It is true. Lucas is correct.
So is that what we should do first?
Yeah, we gotta listen. Half of the potions are definitely underneath palm trees. They all look the same. They're all by the shore. So when I said I'm not entirely sure where the pieces for the potion are, that's what I meant. There's like 2,000 palm trees on this island. At least, and there's like, I don't know, 10 pieces for this potion, 5 to 10. So I mean, we gotta start looking. But you all can't really do a lot of digging, so I'm not sure what we're gonna do about that.
I was gonna say I might need to keep up appearances.
Right.
So
I have a hand.
All right.
And I use my mage hand to lift my bag up off the floor and have it like float next to me.
How much does your bag weigh?
I don't know, 2 pounds.
It's fine. They took all your other stuff to your room, so.
Yeah, like this would be like a purser, like
got you.
Yeah, it's kind of like a day bag.
Here you go.
With my notebook and pen, so I can write my articles.
All right, so it is up to you all. You do know that the card game is going to start this evening. You've arrived bright and early in the morning. So people are sort of arriving, making a day of it. You're one of many sort of ships coming through.
Okay, so what we're gonna have to do is definitely start digging into those palm trees ASAP before people settle in, because most people are probably gonna want to go to the beach as soon as they settle in. So let's get a move on.
It is no problem. I can start digging under all of trees. You know what? Where I come from, I have to dig lots of holes, and that is in frozen ground. This will be a piece of cake.
Okay, but inconspicuously, right?
I'm very good at being inconspicuous.
Wait, doesn't Phineas can smell?
Yes, yeah. Well, I was about to send him out, so that's great. That's what I'm about to do.
Oh, so you want me to chase dog, and anywhere dog barks, I dig.
Yes, that is that's gonna be a great start. It could also be a crab though, so just, be aware of that.
So free dinner. Okay, let us go.
All right.
Gotcha. Okay, so are all of you following with Lucas? Are you splitting up? What's the plan?
Well,
Dog.
yeah,
I'm going to observe.
Flinius runs ahead and starts smelling every single palm tree. The first thing he does is brings back like a regular plain palm leaf. And I'm just
Is this ingredient?
I mean, probably not. Probably not. So
I'll just put it in Ron's pocket in case. Ron, put it in pocket just in case.
That's a good idea. Yeah, you should do that. Okay.
Please add a palm leaf to your sheet.
Phineas looks at you and has that weird porky smile as you grab the palm leaf and just
Okay, buddy.
Oh, good boy, good boy.
Good job, Phineas.
I need you to focus, Phineas. I need you to focus. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. You will get the biggest hunk of cheese if you can go and find the first ingredient. I don't even know what it is, but I know you remember because we put it about 20 yards of the palm tree that was closest to the stand of the observant stand. So that's where I'm gonna need you to go first. All right, you got it? And he takes off, and like we none of us can keep up with him. So we're gonna have to hustle.
Oh, I'm booking it.
Okay. So what I would like you to do, Lucos, is we're going to do we'll call it a survival roll here.
Okay.
For your old pal Phineas, if I can get my bearings straight here and find their stat block.
God, he's
Let's
so cute.
see. There we go. All right, so let's do survival. So go ahead and roll a d20 for me, and you're going to add 6.
Okay.
I want to note that while all this is going on, Valken's just casually strolling, using like a palm leaf as a fan, just watching everybody do the digging. Oh yeah, very good.
I rolled a 7, so it's a 13.
Yep. So Phineas sort of digs, and finds a very nice piece of driftwood, and brings it back and drops it at your feet.
Is this? I'm like, because I've been chasing after him, and I'm like pointing at it and looking at Lucas. Is this ingredient? Ingredient number 2?
2 is very. You know what? Yeah, it's an ingredient. Just carry it. Do we have somewhere to put this stuff?
Run.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Carry the.
Just
piece of
picturing
wood.
Ron's gonna end up carrying all this trash.
Okay, buddy. You're gonna find the next piece, but it can't be a stick this time. Do you understand? It can't be. Go. I'm starting to get a feeling that he kind of wants to play fetch more than he wants to dig. So I don't know how far we're gonna be able to get with him. And as I say that, I lean up against a palm tree that falls over.
Sure.
And underneath that palm tree is something in the ground, like underneath the roots is something in the ground that is an ingredient.
Yeah. So as you sort of lean against this sort of very young like palm tree, it's sort of not really a sapling because that's not what palm trees are, but you kind of get what I'm trying to say.
You can legit push a palm tree over.
Yeah, it's a baby palm tree. Okay, that's what it's called. And you push over the poor baby palm tree, and then underneath it is like a satchel that's sort of tied together with some cloth that you remember putting there now, seeing it. And this is one of 3 of the ingredients that you would need to create this.
Lucas, you found ingredient number 3. We are doing so good.
Absolutely meant to do that. So that is excellent. Phineas, come here and take credit for it.
Roll a d20 for me again.
Okay.
Real quick question, DM. Is this the first time that Ron and Bryn have seen a tropical beach?
Yeah, it's probably the first time any of you have seen anything tropical because it doesn't exist. You are like in the temperate forest and tundra part of the world. The only person who's seen this is Lucos.
After we finish mission, I am swimming in that ocean.
Probably not in those clothes, but yeah, that sounds
Oh,
wonderful.
yeah,
You
naked, of
definitely
course.
should.
Yeah.
No, definitely
What?
not naked. I think. Do none of you have bathing suits? Why
What
would you
is
have
a
bathing
What
bathing
is
suit?
bathing suit?
Okay, so
Do you mean like our underwear?
we're gonna. Is
Oh,
there
Ron has loincloth.
Nope.
Needles,
Nope,
I've seen it.
absolutely not. If y'all are supposed to be rich, there's no way in this world that you all swimming in a loincloth. So we're gonna have to go, I guess, to
Is there like a shop?
the resort shop and get your bathing suits because you're not
Wait,
stepping.
wait. We are the illustrious Pitin family. We can do whatever we want, right?
Yeah.
Not
this one
naked. You will be kicked off the resort and then we'll
I
do
don't
no
understand.
carpooling.
The bathing suit is for bathing. We don't want to.
Yeah. Why do
You
you
can't
have
go in
suits
the
to bathe?
water. You can't go. You can go and
You're
put your
supposed
feet
to
in the
bathe
water.
naked.
Nope. The rest of you has to have some items of clothing on that are acceptable socially here. You can't go in naked. It does not matter how rich, especially the richer you are.
Why
but
would
you can go.
wear
You know what?
clothes to get wet?
It's
Does not make sense.
it's a thing. It's definitely a thing. I'm kind of not entirely sure how to handle this because I definitely have not encountered people who don't know what bathing suits are before. So
You can roll a d20 real quick.
I did roll a d20. It was a 10. It was a 10.
A 10.
But
Phineas comes back with another ingredient.
excellent. All right, good boy. Who's gonna get a piece of cheese? Who's gonna give it?
A real ingredient
give it
or
to
Yes.
an ingredient? Okay.
You
Go
need
give
one more.
Go give Brent. Go
We
give
have
Brent
4
the ingredient.
ingredients.
Okay, we do not have 4. We have 2. We have 2 out of
Before
3.
we have
Oh, Ron has
palm
many.
frond,
Yeah,
in stick,
but
and oh, what's that, Ron? Where did you get those ingredients?
Ron
All
just
right.
found it.
If you all want, you can step into the water. Luca starts thinking about the fact that maybe they should be distracted so that he can go and find wherever he put the last piece. Like, you guys can go into the water, but like ankle deep or whatever. Do
Not
not
naked.
submerge your butt. You got it. See, you're
We
getting
take
it.
shoes off though. Our feet can be naked.
Definitely take your shoes
Great.
off.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, great.
Okay. So go stand
Very
over
weird
there.
rules here.
Yes, very strange.
Y'all are like trudging around in the sand in like your fancy like streetwear clothes.
Yeah. Yeah.
with Lucas kind of leading you on. So if you've got them distracted, Lucas, just roll me 2 d20s. You're helping Phineas look now, and then tell me what the higher of them is. Or you can roll the same one
Oh.
twice and tell me the higher.
Is she gone?
Hold on. I do have 2. You know what? I'll just roll it twice.
As Lucas is distracted, Ron's gonna strip naked and jump in the water.
I rolled an 11 and a 2. Ooh.
The
Okay.
11. So Phineas is digging around and then finds just a glorious coconut. But you, in the hole that Phineas has dug to grab this coconut, find the other satchel with the 3rd ingredient.
Nice.
All right. Okay. Hey guys. Oh my God. Are you naked? Jeez.
Here's cloth.
Ron has loincloth.
Oh my God, guys, I'm gonna get fired, and then none of this is going to continue happening. Can we?
Don't say fire around.
Ron's just gonna lay on his
Say
back,
that word.
floating upwards.
Does
with
someone
his
need
loincloth.
fire? And I have like fire coming from my hands.
Okay.
Ren,
Okay.
this is amazing. You have to try it. Water is
The water
No,
warm.
they
is
don't have a
warm,
loincloth,
like
so I
tropically
can't do it. They said it's illegal to swim without loincloth.
Well, Ron is breaking the law because this feels too good.
This is my adventuring party.
Here's what I'm gonna do. I do have a invisibility cloak that I'm gonna throw over Ron because I can't risk us being seen. And if he's in the water in a loincloth, we're gonna get in trouble.
So your cloak of elven kind, you're putting over Ron.
I'm throwing it over Ron.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yep.
I like hastily run over to him and I throw it over him, and you know, maybe he gets a little disheveled and confused, but I'm like holding it down so that I'm like, you are coming out of the water. You will be wearing that cloak. Do you understand?
Fine.
Okay. All right. Then hand me the cloak back, obviously. Ugh, now I have to wash it. Does
Ron
this
dries
even
himself
get
off with
washed?
the cloak and then hands it back.
Oh my God. All right. Well, this is dry clean only. Oh, man. Okay. Fine.
Sorry. Ron gets
So
dressed. Oh, sad.
you have all of the ingredients. They're just a bunch of ingredients. So you've got a couple hurdles ahead of you that Lucas would know. One, of course, is making the stuff, which Lucas is. You've never made a potion in your life, right? That's not what rangers do. They hide stuff and they hang out in the wilderness.
I've been
so,
given potions that I know how to use, but
Yeah.
Would
So
a
making the
medicine
potions and then
thing-
also getting the stuff inside of the resort
Oh,
stealthily.
We have a bag for them, huh?
I was gonna say, does anybody have a bag of holding?
you sure do.
All right, toss it in
Ron
there.
has one, yeah.
Great.
I
And
have
you know what?
bosoms of holding. And
Use
I like
those next
big one
time.
and hand her a business card for our group.
This is wet. Thank you. Thank you. I will I'll hold on to this.
If you
And,
ever need an adventuring group, we are top notch.
I put it in like the side of my boot. Like, yep, I'm definitely gonna remember that.
If these are the same cards that you've had since the beginning, it's like drawing with crayons.
Yeah.
For their group.
Yes. Okay. Then my reaction was definitely appropriate. So really
Yeah,
good.
it was definitely appropriate.
All right, so everybody make your way to the room. I have to find out what room you are in because I know your bags are in there, but I'm not entirely sure what room that is. So
Yep.
Can I leave you here for sorry.
Oh yeah, you can leave us for a couple minutes. We will be fine. We will act very nondescript.
Right. Okay. All right.
As Bryn sees
gonna
like
be
there's like a
fast.
bowl of like island themed potpourri, and she's like, "Oh, snacks."
Nope, don't eat. Just do me a favor. Just talk amongst yourselves. You have so much to discuss. There's more planning you need to do. What are we doing with all this stuff that we don't
okay,
have
good
in
point.
this bag?
Oh, okay.
Right. Don't eat anything. There's a ton of food in your room, so just give it a moment, okay? All right.
Okay, Ron, when
Okay,
she
all
leaves,
right.
how are we going to go swimming?
That Ron was going to ask the same question. Yeah.
Yeah, we just wait till maybe it goes to sleep, and then it is nighttime. Skinny dipping is on.
Yes, good plan.
Okay, cool.
Because I'm not sure we're going to have enough time to, relax since we're on a job and
Yeah.
you know how our jobs go is not always smooth. So
Well, it will be fine. We got Braun and Brad together again. What could go wrong? And Vin, what is your secret name this time?
Ooh, Vanessa.
Vanessa
Valky's
Pitian.
Oh.
girlfriend.
So, Lukos, over to you. You make your way back up to the resort, and you're trying to figure out what room they're in.
All right, so I come up to the guy whose name I absolutely know because I worked here, but I can't remember right now. And I asked him, I was like, yeah, so where did their bags go?
This is the same one that was on the dock that kind of escorted them out, sort of graded them. Their name is Doran.
Yes,
And they are
writing
a
that
half
down.
elf. And he says, oh, yes, they're in room 208 in the master suite. You were right, they are quite wealthy.
Yes, they are. Okay, excellent. Did you put the chocolates? Did you tell them about the
I
chocolates?
put double the chocolates.
Okay, here's what else I need you to do. Huge favor. Do you think you can go to the resort or have somebody go to the resort store and just bring some swim trunks and leave them in the room for us? We're about to come up there.
Oh, sizes, measurements? I'll have the tailor on it right away.
Sizes. That's
So,
a great question.
You look back, you see Valken, who is an average sized wood elf. You see Vin, who, being a changeling, looks just like a normal, like kind of shorter human woman. Bryn, who is, if I remember correctly, 6'8", 6'10".
She's very tall.
A very tall,
She's like the largest ladies basketball player you've ever seen.
yeah, but buff.
Nice. Okay.
And then you've got Ron, who I believe is 7'2".
6'7".
7,
What
8.
is it? 7'8"? Yeah, 7'8" Firbolg.
All right. Okay. So I'm gonna go with 2 extra large trunks. I need a rash guard kind of thing that's also extra large for the ma'am, and then let's just you know what? I think I would let's do maybe something a little bit smaller for Falcon.
And he sort of looks out like the door where you came from and sees them all kind of sitting around. He's like, for the Pitians?
Yes, for the Pidians. Yes.
I'll do my best guess.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay.
Of course. And kind of goes off. And as you walk in, it's like a grand lobby, like marble floors, column, sort of circular entrance with like a staircase that goes up and then kind of turns in both directions, like a Y on top. And then sort of disappears down in the lower level, heading towards what you know to be the tailor.
That's me?
No, Doran goes to get this done for you.
Sorry.
It's okay. All right. Anything else you'd like to do, Lucas or Lukos, or you can?
I'm thinking. I think that's it. I probably should get back to them as soon as possible before they cause more trouble. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna make my way over to you all. All right, so we have our room number. I think you all are going to be very, very excited. At the very least, there's chocolates up there, if nothing else. So let's make our way. I don't know if there's an elevator here, so I think we have to walk up.
There is a lift.
Okay. All right. So yeah, so we're gonna make our way into the grand foyer. Act like you've been in places like this before, though, right? Like.
Oh yes, I've been here
You've
hundreds
been to
of
some
times.
fancy place.
Right. Not this. All right. Okay.
Oh,
we're
this
good.
exact one.
Okay.
And I like
Right.
give her a wink.
You know the king, Ventus, right? We've been to his throne room.
Oh,
Same
there
thing?
you go. Yeah,
Same thing?
very similar. Very similar. Similar quartz, probably. Yeah. All
I
right.
figured.
All right. Let's make our way over.
As you enter the sort of the grand entrance, and knowing where the lift is, it's similar to what the lift was in Ram Crown, but more refined, where you could. It looks like the same, but expensive. Essentially, it's a fancy elevator. And as you enter in, a similar sort of stone embossed with magic says in, "Hello and welcome to the Sapphire Paradise. Please indicate the floor you would like to be serviced to."
10th floor, please.
10th
Second
floor.
best
And
floor.
it goes up,
It
and
is the
stops
top
at
floor.
10.
Ooh, do we have like premium suite?
We do have a premium suite, but again, as I open the door, don't freak out. Once I close the door, you can commence freaking out over the room.
Got it.
All right. She uses, I don't know if there's key cards in this resort. I don't know how this works, but I open the door.
Yeah. So you open the door, and then being on this 10th floor and having sort of the master suite your suite is the 10th floor in this wing of this sort of resort. And there are several rooms. Think of whenever you had that opportunity to stay in sort of the palace in the Citadel in Vantis Kingdom. It's like that level, but
Is it like slightly nicer?
yes, and much more room. You had like a single room when you were there. This is ballin'.
Wow.
All right. Make yourselves comfy, cozy. I am just going to make sure that I can find Flinnia some cheese, because I promise you cheese. I did promise you cheese. We're gonna go. All right, we're gonna go get some cheese, and just don't break anything. I trust you all. You said you've been in a castle before. Yeah, it's like that. You break it, you bought it. So just make
The
sure you
Emperor
don't break
loves
it.
us, so you know. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Vin, your Vinzine is going to do so well this
Yeah.
catalog.
It really
Edition's
will.
gonna be really good.
Oh,
Yeah, I can give a full
you
review.
guys, look, there's chocolates.
Whole place is kind of crazy, huh? Immediately go to the kitchen and see what food's there.
Yeah, she said there's food, so there's probably like a little, like when you go to a little buffet laid out, like little sandwiches and fruit, right?
Oh yeah. Whatever your heart's desire. There are sweets, there are different sort of finger foods like fruits, dates, those sort of things.
Why fruit we've never seen before?
Mm.
Oh yeah. Coconut.
Bryn
Those sort of
starts
things.
stuffing her face.
Ron tries to eat the coconut. He's never seen one before.
Yeah, and this
It's like-
it's like cut in half. You know, there's halves, but there are whole ones, you know, there's one and a half and then some whole. So if you want to grab
Grabs
the
the
whole one,
whole
you
one.
can.
It tries to bite into it.
Tell me what that experience is like for you.
It is very painful. This is a rock. This is not fruit.
I think you have to look. There's one right there. It's sliced. I'll
Okay.
point to the one that's right next to it that's been cut in half.
Wait. So
Well, here, hold still, Velkian. Where's your sword?
A sword.
Slice this in half.
Okay. Ron? You just see like a quick flash of the sword and it's in half. Yeah.
I imagine that Lucas comes back and we're basically playing real life Fruit Ninja in the, in the hotel room.
Toss me another one.
Ron throws one in the air.
All right. So I walk back into the room, and what am I looking at?
We're
It
throwing
is
fruit in
a-
the air, and Valken chopping it.
Playing Fruit Ninja.
IRL. Okay. All right. Cool. Okay.
Sorry.
All right. You know what? Why are you sorry? Y'all didn't break anything, right? Everything.
Oh.
I mean, minus the fruit. The fruit's
Oh yeah,
fine.
but we assumed that was okay, right?
Yeah,
It's
I
for
mean,
eating?
Just as long as you're eating it, that's fine.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
it's wasteful. Flinius runs over.
Oh, none of it's
and-
getting wasted. We're eating it.
Okay, good.
Like,
good.
Bryn is
Yeah.
eating it. Like, I've never seen this fruit before. Bryn wants to try everything, so.
Okay. Flinius runs over and grabs a half of an apple and like happily starts munching on it.
Oh. What do we do from here?
Oh, Ron has the ingredients.
Oh, yes. I need to make a potion.
Ron pulls out the 3 actual ingredients and the other 3 random stuff.
A palm frond, a stick, and a whole coconut.
Yes.
Got it.
You could chop up this coconut too.
Oh,
Yeah, Ron tried to bite it. It was not, don't do it. Not sure how people actually eat this.
Well, this one you actually have to chop in half, and the meat inside is actually really delicious. Y'all should try it. If you're gonna be chopping anything, coconut should be it.
What?
Top coconuts. Elkin, catch.
All right, here's where we're gonna need to make this potion. It is one of the very few potions which actually is made over ice. So I'm gonna go. I'm kind of nervous about leaving y'all because you're already chopping stuff. Does anybody else want to go to the ice vending machine? Fill up this
What?
bucket with ice.
It's a thing. You can just go and there's a machine
Yeah.
that gives ice.
But it's so
Yeah,
we
low
need
here.
ice.
Yeah.
Oh, I did not know they had ice in this place. I was prepared for a
magic?
very
Do they
The
go
magic
back
of
into
ice
the cold part of the ocean to bring ice back?
No, it's you know what I got it. She takes the bucket that has like like whatever in it. She just kind of dumps it randomly on the table next to all the fruit and goes slowly backs out of the room and goes, okay, just don't kill my dog, please, with your saber and stuff. I'm gonna go get us ice. I'll be right back though.
Look at what was in the ice bucket. There's like little individual, like there's tea packets. This one is some sort of chocolate drink mix, I think. Little sugar packet. Here you go, Valken. You might need that later.
So,
Okay.
Lucas,
Very-
you
very
make your
nice.
way out and you head to back in the lift and go to a lower floor. And you know that you do need this ice, but the problem is that they either have to have some equipment on them to brew these potions, or you have to get them to a place where they can. But
Okay.
before that, you find this bucket of ice, and when you say vending machine, it's almost like a colloquialism or something that's just like
Right.
an inside joke. And you show up, and there is a sort of human man
Right.
wearing robes and sort of standing in front of like a little kiosk type area, and he says, "Oh, Lucas, what can I do for you?"
All right, you know the ice that they use to keep the meat cold in the back? I need you to bring me some. Take like a hammer and a chisel and just like chop a bunch into this bucket. Can you do that for me?
Just stop picking on me, all right? Everyone else does it. I thought we were cool. And he grabs the bucket and then casts a spell and fills it with ice.
Oh, okay.
Fine.
All right, that's much faster than I was prepared to. So that's awesome. Also, do you have any more of that cheese?
Suppose. I mean, as long as we're still cool.
I mean, we still have to have a conversation about what happened last time, but
Listen, I'm just an apprentice. I get it. I make ice. I do other stupid things, but I'm gonna be better. All right? It's not my fault. I can't control these things. It's hard. It's really hard.
I know, bud. I know. Just, last time, Flinius used to have a tail. So,
It wasn't my fault. I have an area. I have a personal magical space of 7.5 feet in all directions that no one should enter. In fact, you're quite in danger now.
right. And that's why I'm gonna head back thank God most corgis don't have tails, so he looks normal compared to other dogs like him. But
You do
Yeah.
feel
I'm
really bad.
imagining he still
definitely
has a
own
tail.
it.
It's just like in another dimension. So somewhere in some dimension, there's just a puppy tail that's like wagging constantly. That makes me feel better about it.
okay, good. Yeah, all right. So that's why I need the cheese, though, because eventually Flinian's he's gonna come around to the fact that it's okay.
He pulls inside of his robe, which has just like lines of pockets, and pulls out sort of a wrapped up package. I was saving this for later, but I do owe you, so here.
Okay, all right. Thanks.
Bye. Good to see you. Have fun.
Whew. Will I? All right. I head back. I head back up to the floor that we were on before, and I walk back into the room, and everybody is still hopefully having a good time.
We are probably doing
I'm
something else stupid.
Just chilling with my feet kicked up somewhere. Probably on the there's probably an outside deck pool. Maybe.
There's absolutely an outside deck.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. Just chilling.
All right. So half of you are inside, half of you are outside, or what?
I think Bryn and Ron are trying out all the beds to see which one's the comfiest.
I'm
And
peering
to
out
do
the
that,
balcony.
Ron has to be in his loincloth because that's the only time he feels comfortable.
Yeah.
All right, so good news is the tailor should be bringing up some bathing suits for you all, so you're not going to go swimming again without them.
Unless we wear bathing suits, understood. Yes,
Bathing
boss.
suits. All right, cool. So next thing that we have to do is you have to head over to. Can you help me out with the name of the guy they have to go find so that they can cook the rest of the ingredients?
Sure, yeah. So there's a couple of things that you could do. You could go downstairs. There is sort of a makeshift, like, not really an alchemical shop there, but somewhere that has equipment that could do in a pinch. Or you could try and do your best to make it here. I don't know what supplies you all have. So it's one of the two options.
Here's the thing. To be as inconspicuous as possible, I really, really don't want to involve another person. The other thing is, if you involve another person, you're probably going to have to pay them some of your money, which I'm assuming none of y'all are interested in doing. So to keep them quiet and bribe them into not giving y'all up. So we are going to need some kind of a fire, and then we put it all out with this ice bucket, which is why the ice bucket's here. And we need to mix all the stuff together for at least 20 minutes. So it needs to like bubble and brew for like 20 minutes before you put the ice in it. And it basically will look like a pitcher of iced tea when you're done, if you did it right. But you have to make sure to brew it for like a good 20 minutes before you get there. So what are we gonna do?
We have a fire source in Finn. No problem. She can be our little Bunsen burner.
Bryn, you probably have the highest arcana, I think, between you and Vin. You and Vin have the highest arcana in the group. You would know that you could do this in a pinch. It might be a little difficult, but you have to find the right kind of sort of, like you said, heat source, what she was saying, and finding a place to put these things. Valken, a weird idea hits your brain. You have brewing supplies, sir, because you are a drunken master.
Oh,
No.
Genius.
Yeah, so as the thought hits my head, because I rarely use it, if at all,
That's why I brought it up to you, because I didn't think that you would remember.
I go, I used to make my own sort of drinks a while back. I haven't done it in a long time, but I still have the stuff with me. Would these items be helpful at all?
imagine you're
This
just yelling
is
over your
perfect!
shoulder from the balcony.
Yeah, I'm
So-
kind of like,
That's perfect. Oh my gosh.
As Valken sort of brings out this like brewer supplies set, and just seeing like how long you've had it and hadn't used it, Vin and Bryn, in your minds, you're like, I need like like a science lab. Think of like modern day. I need like beakers, Erlenmeyer flasks, all this stuff. And then Valken provides to you a set of like, hey, my dad used to make his own beer like one time and had one of those sets. So it'll do, but it's not perfect conditions by any means.
We'll
guess
start
this will work.
setting it up in one of the bathrooms, I guess, to try and like get the situation going good. Get like the chamber pot, get whatever we can find. We're gonna make it work. I've got my
This oddly reminds me of college for no particular reason.
yeah.
But go on.
I've got a mess kit. Oh my god, I've got a mess kit. We can use that too, just if we need more surfaces. And yeah, I guess we're gonna need everybody to help with this probably, because I've got medicine. Me and Finn have Arcana, but we probably need your brewing skills too. So
Yeah. So what we'll do is I'll have everyone make a roll.
do you have Smith's tools if that helps? Like
to make
to
alcohol, not drugs.
make a
but-
still.
So you could use your Arcana check. Valken, you could use your brewer supplies and add a proficiency bonus there instead and make that roll. And then for Ron and for Lukos, if you can think of a skill that you think could help and make a case for it, I'll let you roll. I'll let you roll for it. So how are you helping them make this potion?
My immediate thought is that I probably just want to stand by the door and make it seem like I'm just kind of watching them and they're at their service, since I'm still meant to look like a worker there. But I also realized that somehow this potion is going to have to make its way over to wherever it's going. So if we can get this potion brewed in a decent amount of time, maybe before I head out, I can make sure that it gets to point B, wherever point B is.
You won't have that information yet because you have to figure out who the card player is. But the idea of you trying to remain inconspicuous, you're almost like keeping watch, right?
Yep.
At this point. So you would most certainly be able to make a perception as your roll. What about Ron?
Could she talk to like the other employees to see like, because they might not talk to us, right?
That would be a later thing to figure out who, because nobody knows who's playing cards until everyone arrives.
Oh, nobody knows. Okay.
Nobody. By design.
Ron can provide montage potion making music with his flute.
Very nice. Very helpful.
Roll it. All right, go ahead and everybody roll a d20 for me.
You know, you got to make the stirs extra on beat. Like, very good.
Timing is the essence in these sort of things. It's a very chemistry mathematical process, right? So that could help. So we'll start from the top. Bryn, what did you roll for
Am I
Arcana?
rolling Arcana?
Yeah.
Okay. 9 plus 13.
What about you, Vin?
Hold on, I get to add a bunch of stuff. Where is it? Oh, it started with an A. Why did I think it started with an I?
Yes.
16 plus 5.
Perfect. Ron?
I got a 15 in performance.
Perfect. Falcon, roll your d20. What did you roll?
Can I add a proficiency to this?
You can add your proficiency bonus because you are using your brewing supplies.
14.
14. Gotcha.
Okay.
And then, and for Lukos.
Can I add my stealth actually, since I'm trying to be like, watching them, but also trying to be inconspicuous and hiding them, or is that not?
I'll let you do perception or stealth, whichever one you want.
Okay. All right. Well, I rolled a 10 and I'll do perception plus 2.
Okay, got you. So with all the combined rolls, you did have enough to succeed. So you have sort of kind of like you described it, where I'll just say that a potion of mind reading is supposed to have sort of a pinkish almost appearance. This one's a little off colored, kind of like more of like what you said, iced tea. Like, but while you probably couldn't sell it, retail at a shop, It's still a potion of mind reading, so you have succeeded in that regard. And now the question is for you all of what are you gonna do with it? So, and we will answer that after we take our break. And I will say thank you, Em, for joining our first half. She has to go in the second half, but thank you for joining and bringing Lukos
you.
to life here. So,
Oh, we're gonna be back if you have me. That's
Oh, yeah.
wonderful. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
this was fun.
yeah.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you.
yeah. So, go ahead and get some snacks and stretch your appendages, and please go follow Em. All of the cast links are there in the chat. And we will be back here in a bit. BRB.